Good morning, noon, or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley 1 and 2. There's two channels. The first channel is for anybody who has any problem with any biblical terminology. Yet, they're seeking the truth and the nature of reality, and they're trying to figure out how to have a better life and get help, okay? You need to seek knowledge, wisdom, and discernment, because if you knew what to do to get yourself better, you would already do it, right? If you knew how to help yourself, then you would already be helping yourself and you wouldn't be seeking for help. So JITV 1 is where you can go if you have any problems with biblical terminology. This is JITV 2. This video is for JITV 2 because I'm going to go ahead and give my I guess you would say my synopsis for what the Bible is actually trying to convey and tell us. First and foremost, the solution to all of the problems in the nature of reality is love. Okay, love is the most high. It's the superpower. It's the strongest, toughest thing that's here. Okay, and it is actually the fabric of reality. So God is love. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. God is love. That's how you also know that it's the strongest superpower in the Most High. Okay. Second thing, Jesus came here, God came here in a body, okay? We call him Jesus or Christ or Yeshua or whatever other Christos or whatever other name. He came here in a body and he gave one commandment. He taught lots of things, but he gave one commandment. And that was to love God, love above everything else, right? And love other people as your own self. Or, these days, love other people as you love your most special and favorite person, place, or thing that's ever existed. Okay? So, that was the commandment because it is the solution to all of the problems that we're experiencing. Okay? That did not come from a man. No man would give that as a solution. Okay? To love God above everything else and to love other people as yourself. Okay? If we did that on a large scale, every system in reality would collapse. Okay? All the systems that we have, I'm talking about money and schools and allopathic medicine and everything that we have, the legal system, the welfare system, all of those things, would totally collapse if we simply did love God above everything else, and love other people as ourselves. Are you going to charge your own self $50,000 for something? Are you going to try and, I mean, it's really not that hard to, it's not that hard to understand that if you loved God, and then loved all the other people, loved everybody else, just like it was your favorite person or yourself, that we would not be having the problems that we are experiencing, okay? That was the commandment. Thirdly, if the Bible is telling you that your mind and your body, okay, are in a fallen, less than perfect condition, and with our minds and our bodies in the condition that they're in, they are animalistic in nature and they go against love, okay? And I said, God is love. Now, we have minds and bodies, meaning feelings, emotions, and logic, that goes against love, which is God. Okay? We are currently in a state of opposition against God. Okay? Naturally. This is not like a him problem or her problem or you problem or bipolar or all these different things. Okay? This is the natural state of the human condition, is our mind and our body to go against love. When what we actually want, okay, if you understand love at all, you are a souled individual, meaning you have a soul. You come from the Most High God, which came here in the form of Jesus or Christ. And if you understand love, that's who you belong to. That's where you're going to. That's what you're going to choose. When push comes to shove, and I mean, when it gets really nasty, you're going to have to choose. Do you want love or do you not want love? Do you like this pride and arrogance and lust and greed and envy and all of those things that we experience with these kinds of minds and bodies in the fallen, less than perfect love condition that they are in, right? Do you want to choose that? Do you want to choose yourself, okay, the self? Or do you want to choose God, okay, which is love, which will give you all the gifts of the fruits of love. The fruits of the Spirit is what they say. So if you choose love above everything else, and you choose to love God, and love other people as yourself, it will start to produce the fruits of the Spirit in you. So you will have joy, peace, contentment, self-control, patience, kindness, orderliness. You know, things won't be crazy, chaotic, and you'll be able to function from all of these things that people say they want and that they love, right? We say we want these things. We want the orderliness and the peace and the contentment and the kindness and the self-control and all of these things, okay? Well, you cannot function from your mind and your body and receive those gifts of love. You have to function from love to have all the gifts of love, okay? And God is love. So from the outside looking in, someone may seem very orderly and they have, you know, they're doing well and their health seems decent and all of these things, okay? And these are the kinds of people that like legalism. They follow the laws and they think that following the law makes them a good person, okay? This is what Jesus talked about with the religious leaders at that time. He said, you know, you're clean on the outside, right? But you're dirty and nasty and poor and pitiful and wretched on the inside, okay? Because the reason you're doing these orderly things and these law things, and the reason you're helping is to look good. You want to look good, or you want to be better than someone else, or you want to prove this, that, or the other, okay? God judges your heart. What is in your heart, okay? And most of our hearts, because they're part of our body that's in a fallen, less than perfect condition, is not loving, okay? They're not loving. You have to actively choose love over the anti-love in order to function from love. But the problem is, people aren't telling you anymore, okay? People aren't explaining the situation that we're in anymore, because now money has gotten involved and has overtaken the teachings, okay? If you want joy, peace, contentment, happiness, self-control, patience, all of those things, they only come from love, okay? They only come from love. You can't be self-righteous, jealous, envious, a control freak, any of these things, lustful, greedy. You can't be all of those things with your mind and your body and everything about yourself is those things, and then receive the gifts of love. It's literally an impossibility. Just like an eating disorder, okay? Maybe somebody who has an eating disorder, right? And it's not having self-control. Having an eating disorder is not having self-control, okay? The disorder has control over you, okay? And you are in agreement with a lie that is in your head, okay? That's what all of this really comes down to, okay? It says that Satan, okay, is the father of all lies, okay? Why don't you look into Tesla's technology and see how Tesla's technology functions, okay? It's frequency. If you don't think that we are in a frequency electromagnetic based reality, okay, then don't use your radio. Don't use your radio. Don't use your wireless phone. Don't use the wireless internet, okay? How do we think these things are functioning? And when you start to understand and you start to examine this technology and the things, the technology is a knockoff copycat of what God already did. It's a knockoff copycat of the nature of reality, okay? There is already wireless communication. All of these things are already happening. Many things are already happening. It's already electromagnetic frequency-based reality that we're in, okay? So the technology is a copycat. So this goes back to the whole, do you love God or do you love self? That's the two options. Do you love yourself more than you love others and more than you love everything? Okay? Because when the truth of the nature of reality smacks you right in the face about the things that I'm trying to explain, I've been trying to explain for a year, Are you going to reject it because of the cognitive dissonance? Okay, the cognitive dissonance comes in and it's very severe and it can be scary and it can all this, that, and the other. But are you going to believe the father of all lies when he comes in and tries to still puppeteer you? Okay, no. Many people do because they're scared. Many people, they like doing the dirt. They think they do anyway. But they are totally ignoring their eternal, everlasting self, their spirit, life force, soul, energy, okay, of love. They are not yielding to that, but yielding to the mortal, dying version of their mind and their body. If you have a chance to identify with two things, and there's eternal and then there's mortal and dying, okay, those are your two options, why would you not choose eternal? Okay, eternal, everlasting life versus mortal 70 years of death-related life. Okay, this information has been occulted now because it's the nature. It's prophesied that this is going to happen. I still am obligated to share this information with any and everybody that I possibly can. Okay, just because there's a great apostasy, a great falling away, doesn't mean that you just get to shirk all your responsibilities and say, well, there's nothing I can do about it. It's too big. You have to at least try to do what you know to be right in your heart, okay? I've had a YouTube channel for a year. I have 70 plus videos on there. I can't get any traction. And it's no surprise because it is the nature of all of this. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep making videos and I'm going to keep putting them out. And I know that whoever needs to see it is going to see it because that is the nature of reality. I'm going to do my part, okay, regardless of if I don't get what I think that I need to see. This also comes down, I'm going to stop that and do a video about manifestation and witchcraft and things like that versus praying in prayer. So I know this is a little sloppy and all over the place, but I went a whole year doing videos not saying God, Father, Holy Spirit, not using anything biblical, when everything that I learned and everything that I know is biblical in understanding. Okay, I simply did that channel for all the people who have been abused and molested and neglected by people that talk about God, people that talk about Jesus. Now they have associated themselves with God and Jesus and church and everything, but they're really satanic, okay? And they're very evil, and that is also prophesied about the false teachers and all this, that, and the other. It's not hard to understand, okay? There's a niche of people we really need to help get to get them the truth, the knowledge, and teach them discernment so that they can get out of the trap, because pharmaceutical medication is not a solution, okay? Pharmaceutical medication where they adjust your dopamine and this and that and the other, okay? It is trying to physically copycat love, what God can do for you, okay? It's trying to put that into a material, atomic format. It's trying to synthesize love, okay? God is love. God is the frequency of life, the spirit of life. There's no pill, okay, that can copycat what God can do for you, okay? There's no pill. There's no pill for that. And you don't need one. That's the good thing. You don't need one for that. You choose love above everything else, and you will start to get the knowledge, wisdom, and discernment and the things to understand that there is a plan, and it's an awesome plan, and the reward is the greatest reward that you could ever receive. Do you want eternal, everlasting life in a place that has no anti-love? In a place where we have minds and bodies that don't go against love? Do you know love? You can feel love. You can experience love. You can't even imagine how good it would be to only have love. And all the anti-love, the whole force and the whole enemy of love, okay, there's love and there's anti-love. The opposing force to love, so jealousy, envy, greed, all of these things, it's anti-love. We're going to live in a place that does not have any more of that, okay? With all of the other people who love love are going to live there and be there for eternity and everlastingness. That is what the Bible teaches. That is not what you're going to learn in most churches, though, right? They're not going to get down to it for you. So you have to seek it and understand it for yourself. Don't ever believe anything anyone says to you just because they've said it, because there are liars. This world is taking advantage of all of the people who are souled individuals who have the capacity for love, okay? Believing lies. That is how this world is functioning. For us, souled individuals who love love, to continue to believe lies. That is how the whole system functions. It's the first thing that ever happened in recorded history, okay? Here, Adam and Eve believed a lie that caused all of our problems, okay? It let the virus in the system, okay? It let the virus in the system, and what do viruses do to systems, right? When you let a virus in the computer, it wreaks havoc on it. It can reprogram and do all of these different things. That is literally what happened in this reality. It created a food chain. Food chain's not of the most perfect God of love, okay? Food chain is not an intended creation. Why do you think it says, you know, the lion is going to lay down with the lamb, okay? The lion's not going to eat the lamb anymore. It was never intended for the food chain to exist, okay? We are in a fallen, a less than perfect condition, a less than perfect love condition, and that is going to be fixed. And that can't be fixed by a human, okay? That can't be fixed by any amount of effort that any of us could ever do, okay? The problem of anti-love, the whole problem of the opposing force to love, is going to be removed, okay? It's going to be removed, and this place will be renewed, and there will be no more dark, there will be no more anti-love, there'll be no more death, no more tears, no more anything. That is what the Bible teaches. So I'm going to continue this. I'm going to go on to what is the difference between manifestation and prayer, and why we should pay attention to that. And with that, much love and many thanks, and I love you. Thank you.